Hey, 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 beautiful people. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday and day one of August. Come on in, you guys. Come on in. I hope you all have had or still having an awesome day. It is beautiful here in the A. It is hot though. It's hot. But no complaints from me. No complaints at all. I think we might be done with summer storms. I'm not sure. However, no complaints. But it is still a beautiful day out here in the A. How are you and how's the weather where you are? Listen, come on in. It is August, you guys. It is day one of August, day one of August. And if you've been riding with me, been following me, I thank you so much. I am your girl coach TaShon, your marriage communication coach. Yes, I am. And listen, I thank you so much for joining me every day. Last month we finished up our 31 days of a 31-day journey with respectful communication. And I told you I had something different for you all for the month of August, right? Still bridging that communication gap. We are now entering 31 days of conflict resolution. Woo! In marriages, 7 years plus. So, listen, I have the description in the I have the description in the description of in the description box of TLC coaching offer. I need you, if you are ready to take the steps to bridging the communication gap in your marriage with TLC coaching, I'll need you to click that link. Click that link, and it will take you straight to the TLC coaching offer, which is an investment of $777. You get benefits and more with this package. They're limited spaces, so that means you need to act real fast, okay? Go ahead and book your clarity call at iamtrinetteLcollier.com. If you're not quite sure, you still have a few questions, you can go ahead and book that clarity call. But if you know for a fact, without a doubt, you and your spouse are ready to connect with me, go ahead and click that link that's in the description. And again, this is for marriages 7 years plus, bridging the communication gap, reigniting the spark, and deepen your connection with each other. Right? That's what you're gonna get. That is what you're going to get, and more, because I'm just so passionate about this, the marriage coaching. I'm so passionate about it. So I thank God for it. So listen, it is Thursday, the first day of August. And, this is how critical it is for me. Because usually, people like to start on the Monday or whatnot. No, we got to start today. Today is the first, day one, right? This is day one of TLC's 31-day journey to bridging the communication gap. And this month, we're diving into conflict resolution for couples married 7 years plus. Now, this week we're going to discuss understanding conflict. Y'all know I have my lesson plans, right? I got my lesson plans, so I'm reading. This week we're going to discuss understanding conflict, identifying conflict triggers, the importance of timing, active listening skill that keeps coming up. I'm telling you, that is so important, right? Active listening skills, expressing feelings, okay, clearly, and respecting differences. That's what we're going to cover this first week in August. So I told you to go ahead and get your pen and your pad, notebook, journal. You can go to the dollar store and get a very inexpensive journal, because I need you to take notes. Because again, these are simple and attainable steps to bridging the communication gap. But remember, you have to actually do the work in order to achieve the outcome you desire for your marriage. Okay? So it's not going to happen on its own. and me along with as your coach, I can't do it for you. You will have to do it, right? Now, even if both of you are not present, one of you are. So that means just do the work. It's easy, simple. And what I tell you last month, I don't like to be stressed, so I'm not going to stress you, right? I don't want to stress you. I want to make this fun and easy for you. So go ahead, get your notepad. We're going to go ahead and talk about understanding conflict resolution in your marriage. Okay, you ready? All right. Number one, you ready? These are your talking points, your 5 talking points, your 5 steps today. You're going to understanding conflict, right? Conflicts in any long-term relationship are inevitable. But how we handle them makes all the difference. We're going to explore strategies to turn conflicts into opportunities for growth. That's what we're going to be doing for the next 31 days, the next 30 days. For the month of August, that's what we're going to be doing. We are going to explore strategies to turn conflicts into opportunities for growth. Because again, you're going to have conflict. But conflict does not mean cussing and fussing at each other, throwing things. That's abuse, right? That is abuse. That conflict does not equate to you cussing out your spouse or, saying derogatory things or embarrassing your spouse. That's not healthy conflict. So relationships in your marriage, you will have conflict, but we're going to learn some strategies. We're going to explore some strategies to turn conflict into opportunities for growth. It's easy, and it may be foreign to some people, to some couples, especially if you've been used to just talking to each other in a kind of way. Your tone is different, or you just never really respected the conversation, as we talked about last month. Respectful communication, but that's okay. That doesn't mean your marriage is over. It just means that now we have to retweak it. We have to revisit. We have to go back and revisit from that first day that y'all met and figure out what this thing is, right? The changes have taken place over time. So your conversations have taken place. Your conflicts are different. However, you still can resolve them in a healthy manner. Okay? Number 2, we're going to have clear communication. Expressing feelings clearly is the key to resolving conflict. We'll dive into I feel statements, okay, and how they can help bridge the communication gap in your marriage. So we're going to talk more. We're going to explore the I feel statements, right? Last month and earlier, I want to say in June, we talked about the I statements. And so this month, we're going to revisit and talk about the I feel statements, okay? So that's what we're going to do. And that's part of that clear communication. Because many times we're not clear. We know what we want to say and we're trying to say it, but it comes out in the form of an argument, frustration. But we're going to learn how to express ourselves very clearly to our spouse without being condescending, without being mean, without being saying derogatory things to each other, without cussing each other out. That's not healthy conflict. It's not. So we're going to learn how to express ourselves clearly. Okay? Number 3, we're going to learn how to respect differences. Woo! Respecting each other's differences is crucial. Let's discuss how to honor your partner's perspective even when you disagree. Listen, conflict, again, does not equate to just because I disagree with you, now you got to call me out a name, and now you got to belittle me, and now it's turned into an argument and possible fight, physical. No, there is nothing acceptable about that pattern. And if you've had that pattern for years in your marriage, it's time to reevaluate the marriage. And this is where I suggest that you literally go seek professional counseling marriage counseling, marriage therapy. Okay? There's nothing healthy about conflict that turn into physical just because we disagree with each other. No. You can have healthy dialogue, healthy conversations when you disagree with each other. You and your spouse are not going to agree on everything, and it's okay. So we're going to talk about that, respecting each other's differences, okay? Because again, you're you, they are they, them, yeah. Okay? So that doesn't mean, again, that does not mean that your marriage is over. It just means that you don't agree with each other. Simple as that. My husband may say, I like the color, the sky is blue, and I may say, no, the sky is purple. I can guarantee you he's not going to argue with me about the sky is purple or blue. He will say, okay, well, the fact is the sky is blue. Now, if I continue to argue with them, that's not healthy. It's okay to disagree with each other and keep it moving, okay? So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about avoiding the blame game. Ooh-wee. Blame only fuels the fire. We'll talk about techniques to avoid the blame game and focus on finding solutions together. Listen, I've been noticing a trend in with people. People don't like resolutions. And we cannot continue to do the blame back and forth, going around the mulberry bush. We can't continue to do that. At some point in your relationship, you're going to have to find a solution to bridging that communication gap if you desire. Now, if you don't desire, then I suggest that you unfollow me and you just go ahead and log off, because I am not that coach that's going to keep entertaining foolishness. If you don't want to resolve anything, keep it moving. We have to get to the point where we are ready to move forward in our healing, in our relationship. And when you desire, whatever you desire, and if you say, listen, I want to bridge the communication. Me and my spouse, we're having, some challenges or whatnot. Okay, that's awesome. But also be mindful that it is going to require you to do some work. And the work may cause you to reflect on self. But what we're not going to do as your coach, what we're not going to do is continue the blame game with each other for you and your spouse. Okay? So we're going to take accountability and we're going to move forward. We're going to find a resolution to this conflict. All right? Number 5, we will be talking about finding that common ground. Resolving conflicts faster requires finding common ground. We'll share practical ways to connect and understand each other better during disagreements. That's it. There are healthy ways to bridge this communication gap. I guarantee you. Okay? So we don't have time. We don't have time for the, like I said, the blame game. We don't have time to keep going back around 285 and all of that. No, let's tackle this thing head on and let's get to work. Now, it is a process. It's not going to happen overnight, but this is what I tell you. And I was telling you last week, you got to continue to practice these steps daily, not next week, not next month. Not when you feel like it, not when something goes left and you're trying to go right, not when problems come about. You have to practice these daily. These are your action plans to have in place. This is your action plan to have in place. Okay? So you got to make sure you do that. Now, again, these points that we're going to be talking about, we're going to cover, they set that stage. They're going to set that stage to deepen your conversation and on in discussion on conflict resolution without getting upset. Okay, you're going to be encouraged by this, but again, you have to engage. You have to practice it daily. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. This is what I want you to do today. Today. It is still early in the day. This is what I want you to do today, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month. Okay? Not when you feel like it. I need you to do it today. you're going to, here's your next step. Ready? You should be writing this down. You're going to reflect on the last conflict you had and how it was resolved. Excuse me, you guys. Then comment back on this post below if you're ready to transform your communication in your marriage. Okay? So again, you're going to do it today. And you're going to just tell me, are you ready to transform your communication? And if you are, that means you're going to stay connected to me every day for the next 30 days. You're going to go subscribe to my YouTube, and you're going to subscribe to the website, IamTrinetteLCollier.com, so you can keep updated on different tips and techniques on bridging the communication gap. All right. Now, remember, in order to build the communication, bridge the communication gap, you must be willing to do the work. Even if your spouse is not quite on board just yet, but once they see your consistency, guess what's going to happen? They're going to be like, oh, wait a minute. Wait. Oh, they're going to notice that change. So again, we can't blame our spouses. You could take that first step and do your part, and your partner is going to come on board. I'm telling you, y'all been together too long, right? Your spouse is not going, they're not tripping. They just need some revamping, retweaking. Your marriage is not over. Things happen. Changes. Life has taken a change, a twist, a turn, and all of that. So your conversation, your communication has also. So that's okay. It's okay. But I guarantee you that y'all are going to bridge that communication gap. Okay? So again, if you are ready to take the next step, go ahead and click that link in the description, and go ahead and connect with me for the TLC coaching offer that is currently going on now with just an investment of $777, you guys. And you get a lot with that. One of the benefits, you get a personalized session tailored just for you and your spouse. That means you don't have the same plans as everybody else. I'm going to tailor it because, again, every couple is different. Every need is different, right? And every process is going to be different for you. So go ahead, connect with me, click that link, and let's get to it. All right. And so if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and hit that. You can DM me your concerns or whatnot. But then we're going to book that discovery, that clarity call, and get you connected. Okay? So I want you got your assignment, you got your homework. I want you to still enjoy this day. Make it a great evening, a good date night. It is Thursday. What's on the menu? What's happening? Any movies? Do something fun with you and your spouse, okay? But I want you to come back tomorrow. Join me as we talk about day 2 of conflict resolution, building that communication gap. Okay. All right, you guys. I love you very much, and have a blessed evening. Peace.